Hey, what's going on, guys? Bflattened here with a brand new video today. Today we're going to be going over patch 1.4.1, the mid-season patch for July 4th, 2023. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter one, but there's going to be some necessary balance changes. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, shall we? Added the visual indicators for effectiveness, the red and green circles, to PvP matches. Added a choice in settings to be shown pre-made Temtem built again if you had deactivated it previously, before you have to go into the game files themselves and remove it. And then if you didn't do that and you removed it, you were not able to open it up previously, so now you can do that. Balance economy, mask and short hair had its price decreased from 4 to 3k pansons. PvE, Petal Dagger, Denigrate, Plasma Beam, and Blue Screen ETCs have been added to loot pools now. And down to PvP. So Platypit learns Toxic Slime. It was added to its move pool. Swally Oricial is now learned at level 14, and Toxic Spores is now learned at level 5. Taifu now learns Lullaby by level. Intimidation has been added as an egg technique. Obi-10 loses Blue Screen from its move pool. Kaku learns Oricial and Nimble at level 4 and level 7 respectively. Drakash gets Toughen added to its move pool. Cycrox ends up getting Wastewater added back to its move pool. Interesting. Noxlotl, Horror is no longer a TC move, but Horror is now learned at level 80 for Noxlotl. Gulder, Madness buff is no longer a TC move, but Madness buff is now learned at level 80 for Gulder. That's huge, actually. Gariel learns Chain Heal, been added to its move pool. Munko has Blue Screen removed from its move pool. Soul Shout is now learned at level 77, and Reset is now learned at level 89. And some technique courses. Blue Screen has its priority reduced from high to normal. Blue Screen was very oppressive. Zen Meditation, the stamina cost has been increased to 9, and the hold turns have been increased from 2 to 3. Ice Cubes, it loses cold turns. It goes from 1 to 0. Ice Cube synergy type needed to enable the synergy is now wind instead of water. And then there's also going to be a bunch of fixes for all platforms. There's going to be just some normal... no, there's actually a pretty decent amount in here. This is not just UI. Fixed getting soft block before starting the second combat in Grid Arena. Fixed being unable to reach the Temtem Showdown lobby if you were in one specific visual preset that was bugged. Fixed mythical bosses being untargetable in their last life. Fixed eggs purchased in the trade house open instantly after reconnecting, or after connecting the to get the egg. Fixed the clear all notifications button not working properly if you use a mouse click. Fixed the issue that was making the Pride event props not work properly after being interacted with. Fixed having to click one extra time to run away from a wild encounter. Yeah, I was running into koi fish problems with that, and it would actually bug the game mode if you did that. So I actually had to beat the fish instead of running away from them. Fixed that modifying TVs and SVs in Showdown would make the TCs and ETCs of the Temtem disappear. Issues in Tem Safari when having a Kush Chromium on your team, or an Ori, Zayobian, and Arachnite. Fixed the items claimed in the event that would be reclaimable again if entering the ever-shifting tower. Fixed getting some visual and gameplay errors after running away from battle using both keyboard and mouse at the same time. That was my problem. Fixed seeing the showdown recommendations in the wrong order if we have the Tempedia sorted out alphabetically. Perfect. Fixed source replicator only copying one stat if two status conditions are applied at the same time. Also good. Fixed losing navigation input when using a controller if we used a shortcut to use an item during battle and there was no item to use. Fixed the case where the Tempedia would scroll all the way down if you were trying to hover over some Tem's portraits. Fixed some issues with coming back too fast from inspecting another tamer. And fixed going back to pre-made build selection screen would take us to editing a Temtem. On the Switch specifically, fixed that Tems in the breeding center stay on screen if rooms are changed, and it looks like anything that has the two people next to it as the icon are originally suggested, inspired by, or reported by our community in the Discord server. There's a fair amount that were added in here, which is awesome. It's good to see that those were directly responded to. inside the Discord server and report a bug or comp sections and things like that. Overall, a pretty good mid patch. I like the improvements, especially the blue screen changes. That's a big one. And also the indicators for effectiveness is pretty nice. The madness buff on Goulder, that's going to be interesting. I feel like there's going to be a few more Goulders that are going to be in play now because of that. Goulder doesn't necessarily care about its special attack, but it does care about its special defense for sure, being a very tanky Tem. Toxic Ink is going to be very nice for Goulder now, and it can freely buff up with madness buff. That's pretty nice. Wastewater getting added back to Cycrox's move pool is kind of interesting, but I guess it's used for breeding purposes, I guess. Same with Toxic Slime on Platypit. That's going to be an interesting one as well for Bobblewood breeding. Other than that, I think that's going to do it for a mid-season patch. Tell me what you guys think below, and I will see you guys in the next one. My name is Bflattened, and I'm signing on out, everybody. Take care all. Laters.